Growing pressure on San Francisco's DA to release more evidence in the deadly Walgreens shooting.
Showing the videotape here is going to help us understand what actually happened.
Why business owners who have been repeatedly hit by thieves are keeping a close eye on how the city handles the case. And it's looking like Oakland teachers will be back on the picket lines again tomorrow. The support they're now getting from parents and even some of their younger students.
The teachers want to get paid more because they're having to deal with harder and harder problems.
And students in one Bay Area school are flocking to the library, not for books, but to play chess. How this is all part of a national trend.
This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Calls are getting louder and louder for more transparency in the investigation into the death of Bango Brown. A store security guard shot and killed Brown last month after a confrontation over shoplifting. Now, police initially arrested the guard for murder, but a few days later, the DA dropped the charges, saying the evidence clearly showed the guard was acting in self-defense. So the decision sparked multiple protests in San Francisco. There was even a rally in front of a Walgreens store in Hollywood. And now San Francisco supervisors are sounding off as well. In fact, tomorrow they're expected to pass a resolution urging the DA to release any video and police reports in this case. And with burglary rates still high across the city, many local businesses have taken security into their own hands. And now, as Lauren Toms reports, some are wondering at what point does it go too far?
This scene of a person breaking into a store in San Francisco has become all too familiar for local business owners like Shaw's Candy owner Diana Zagaric, desperate for a solution to ending robberies.
Just have no fear. You could see it in this guy's face. He was not in a hurry. He took his time. He grabbed the cash box. He walked back out. He looked both ways. And why would they have a fear when there's no real punishment for the crimes?
It's this feeling business owners across the city are feeling as they struggle to protect their storefronts from theft. Many are closely watching the case of an armed security guard who shot and killed a person who was allegedly stealing from the store. But Diana says the event never should have come to this.
No, I don't think they're doing enough. I think that they could be patrolling the streets. I think that they could be prosecuting more crime.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
And passions surrounding the deadly Walgreens shooting are not subsiding. This last weekend, there was a march and protest demanding justice for the victim, Bango Brown. His supporters are demanding the security guard face consequences. And now pressure is mounting on District Attorney Brooke Jenkins to release video footage of the fatal Walgreens shooting. Supervisor Aaron Peskin argues the public has a right to understand why the security guard has not been charged.
We want to have a safe city, and part of having a safe city is to show everybody that no one's above the law, that the law is applied fairly across the board. And so showing the videotape here is going to help us understand what actually happened.
And for Diana, security is a high priority, but she says it should not come at the expense of others.
You don't want your security guards to get hurt. You don't want the thief to get hurt, really. Unless they can figure out a way to stop the crime from happening in the first place, I don't think we're going to see much relief anytime soon.
The DA did release a statement today urging patience and saying, quote, "I hear and understand the concerns from people calling for transparency, but releasing any evidence before the investigation could complete and compromise the investigation and is unethical. If a final decision to charge the suspect is made, this case will be prosecuted in the courtroom, not in the press or on social media." San Francisco Supervisor Safai is making a run for mayor, and today the supervisor filed paperwork signaling his intent to challenge Mayor London Breed in November of 2024. He is a two-term supervisor representing the Excelsior District. All right, now on to Oakland, where the school district says it's preparing for a fourth day of the teachers' strike tomorrow. So there are less than 3 weeks left in the school year. Now, Devin Feely spoke to parents about the prospect of an extended strike and really how they plan to handle it.
No one knows exactly how this is all going to end. I don't pretend to have a crystal ball. But when you talk to parents, they say they want their children back in the classroom. The teachers say, for their part, that's where they'd want to be as well. But many teachers say increasingly they have become convinced that they're going to have to protest in the streets to break the stalemate.
Honestly, I wish I was at school so I can actually see my friends.
Spend just a few minutes with 7-year-old Jamari Bracey and you'll learn how fun and fiercely intelligent and opinionated he can be.
The teaching's just getting harder and harder instead of less harder and harder.
That's because Jamari says he and his classmates don't always listen to their teachers the way they should. But they're getting an earful now on adult topics like labor negotiations and strikes, his mom bringing him to a protest in support of teachers.
We have so many vacancies across the district. You have parents like me who are trying to come in and fill up roles and support our teachers just so that they can have a lunch break at this point.
Jamari's mom, Picolia, says she's not thrilled that he's missing instructional time, but supports teachers in their efforts to negotiate for better pay and working conditions. And many of the teachers themselves say that they hope the strike is nearing an end.
Our teachers can't afford to be on strike. We don't want to be on strike. We want this to be over, dare I say, in the next couple of days.
No one knows exactly how or when this will end. We'll give the final word to Jamari, because sometimes the youngest among us have the gift of clarity.
Some classes, they just don't pay attention that much, and the teachers want to get paid more because they're having to deal with harder and harder problems.
The teachers and the district negotiated until well past midnight on Sunday, and some of the teachers did express some frustration that they didn't get right back to the bargaining table this morning. But one of the teachers assigned to that bargaining unit said that they did resume at 4:30 this afternoon.
As we've mentioned before, it's not just about salaries. Over the weekend, the two sides finally dug into some of the common good issues, like who decides how to spend state grants and helping unhoused students find shelter. But even the school board itself is split on how to handle those proposals. Meanwhile, child care workers across the country also walked off the job just for today. The so-called Day Without Child Care is a rally for better pay for providers and more options for families.
In a city with growing income inequality, the lack of access to child care is keeping many of our families in a cycle of economic instability. And so we're here to say, our kids matter. Our kids matter.
Child care workers here in California recently formed a new statewide union. And today, San Francisco Assemblyman Phil Ting co-introduced a $1 billion cost of living adjustment for California's child care system. That is nearly a 26% increase in child care funding at the state level. All right, students at UC Davis, they're struggling to return to their normal routines after a former student was arrested in connection with a deadly series of stabbings near the campus. And there is still no word on a motive for these attacks. But the university says Carlos Dominguez failed out of school just a couple of days before they began. A UC Davis student and a 50-year-old man were killed, and a woman in her 60s is recovering from the attacks that left the entire college town rattled.
We had to skip some lectures, so it kind of affected the way that we learn, and it just kind of distraught the community. For sure. So, yeah.
Some of the midterms got delayed too.
An acquaintance of the suspect told our sister station in Sacramento Dominguez was acting normal during the week of the attacks. All right, it is one of the most unusual burglaries we've seen in a long time. So imagine waking up in the morning to find your entire front lawn missing.
I called a policeman friend of mine and I asked if he could put an APB out on my front lawn.
How one man is left defending his turf, literally, after a thief made off with his field of greens.
We had a little bit of light rain this morning, but once the sun broke through, temperatures managed to warm up into the 60s. That's below average for all parts of the Bay Area, but especially inland, a huge warm up in store later this week. Details coming up in the First Alert forecast.